Before writing, how did people manage to send messages to one another across distances? Well, you could use a talking drum, or even send an object or two. This might sound like a good idea, but it could be risky. In fact, I'll tell you about a moment in history when people got their frogs crossed. The story goes that when King Darius of Persia invaded Scythia, a messenger brought him a package from the Scythians. In the package was a frog, a mouse, a bird, and some arrows. Darius took this to mean that the Scythians were ready to surrender their land and retreat like birds before the Persian arrows. But he had gotten the wrong end of the stick, or should that be the wrong end of the frog? What the Scythians were really saying to Darius was, "Look, buddy, we Scythians aren't about to give up our land, so unless you Persians can hide like a frog in the swamps, burrow like a mouse, or fly like a bird, you'd better not think about invading, or our Scythian arrows will get you." Imagine going to all the trouble of catching a frog, a mouse, a bird, and still not getting your message across to the Persians. Surely there had to be a better way of communicating. Well, for starters, you could send a picture of a frog. At least then you wouldn't have to go hunting for a real one. And once people began sending pictures, they realized they could use them to represent all sorts of things, not only objects or goods like barley or cattle, but ideas. If your message meant war, you could carve an arrow or a spear on a clay tablet and send that to your enemies. If your message was wishing someone a long life, you could carve a snake, since there was an old belief that snakes live forever because they're always changing their old skin for a new one. A picture of a foot might stand for, excuse the pun, the idea of a journey, much as a roadside picture of an adult and child is part of modern traffic language, meaning watch out for children crossing. Whether carved on clay, bark, ivory, or bone, the arrival of picture writing, or pictographs, was a big step toward the miracle of the alphabet, and yours truly, book.